If the shutdown does not end in the coming weeks, VA will not be able to assure delivery of 1 November checks to more than 5.18 million beneficiaries, and that accounts for about $6.25 billion in payments that people are expecting, and compensation and pensions and dependents and indemnity compensation, DIC, fiduciary, educational, vocational rehabilitation, and employment benefits, including veterans who are 100% disabled, surviving spouses, eligible children, orphaned by the death of their military or veteran parent. Tuition and stipends for over 500,000 veteran service members and eligible family members in education programs will also stop. These are some of the major issues veterans face if the shutdown continues. My written testimony includes details of other negative impacts to our IT initiatives, to our National Cemetery Administration, whose employees lay to honored rest those who have served this nation, to VA staff offices, and to VA employees themselves, especially those who are veterans. While some have suggested a series of many continuing resolutions, or many CRs, if you will, as an approach to meeting our FY 2014 budgetary responsibilities for funding the government, that's not a solution for veterans or for our nation. The budget request submitted by President Obama nearly 6 months ago was a result of an extensive, cooperative, synchronized effort across all departments and agencies to produce a budget request that coherently balanced priorities and risks. Picking and choosing parts of government to fund would ignore two key drumbeats that I've tried to deliver over the past 4.5 years. The first is that very little of what we work on in VA originates in VA. Much of that originates in another department. And then second, VA's care for veterans, and by that I mean health care, education, employment, insurance, housing, for both the homeowner and the homeless, does not occur without significant coordination with DOD, with Housing and Urban Development, HHS, Social Security, Treasury, Education, Labor, the IRS, Small Business Administration. And frankly, it is this collaboration amongst and across the government that allows us to be effective. And I would add to that, we have a fourth mission, I think, as the chairman recalls. Besides our three administration, we have a fourth mission in the event of emergency, national disaster, humanitarian requirements that I must make available our capabilities where it is needed. And so our work with FEMA and DHS, Homeland Security, is also part of our day-to-day responsibilities. These are not insignificant connections for this department. Without them, we are less effective in serving veterans, our service members, their families, and our survivors. And so these are the facts that I present, Mr. Chairman. At a critical time for veterans, everyone at VA, as you said, should be focusing on how best to accomplish their missions. And so I ask the committee and the rest of Congress to help us by resolving this fiscal impasse now so that VA and our federal partners on whom we have to rely to do